That's quite a following for Russian cameras. Remember back in, well, you probably don't remember, but I remember, back in the 1980s, cameras were very expensive. And if you wanted a new camera, some of the cheapest new cameras were Russian cameras. And you got the likes of the Zorki and the Zenith, and they were both priced around £50–60 new. If you wanted to buy a cheaper 35mm camera, there were things like this on the market. And this is a Russian camera, which I would pronounce the Smena M, and this dates from the 80s. It also had the name sometimes the Cosmic 35, and this is a plastic body camera with a focusing lens. I think it's a 3-element lens, so you have to focus it, and it has very straightforward clouds on here. There's no meter, so you either set it to the clouds, which are basically setting the shutter speed. You've got a manual shutter speed here from 250th of a second all the way down to 15th of a second, or B. To set the camera, you've got the aperture round the lens, and the aperture, to be completely honest, is a bit of a fiddle. You've got from 16 to f4, and on this model the little red dot has disappeared a little bit. It is there, but it's harder to see. So in use, when I was using this, I put a film through it recently. I set it to 1:5 on the shutter, and then I used the sunny 16 rule. The sunny 16 rule states if it's sunny, it's f16. If it's slightly less sunny, it's f11. If there's a bit of cloud, it's f8. If it's very cloudy, f5.6. And if it's really dull, f4. So I was using the sunny 16 rule. And the interesting things about this camera, to load it, check it's got no film. Little plastic spool there, film in here, manually wind on. You've got a winder, not a lever. You've got a funny little counter here. To actually set the shutter, you actually have to set the shutter by bringing this lever down here. That actually sets the spring, and then you can click. Now, you can do something on this camera that you can't do on many other 35mm cameras. And imagine I haven't wound on, I've done one click, I can do another click. And if I really feel like it, I can do a third. And what I'm actually doing here is a multiple exposure. So I could take 3 photographs, at least or more, on one bit of film. So you build up layers. It can be very confusing for the eye, but was a special effect that people used to use and people used to quite like. Now, in using, as I said, there's no focusing aid, so you have to focus. You've either got small people here to indicate portraits or small groups, and then you've got an infinity sign. You've also got the measurements in meters, so simply estimate how many meters you are from your subject. So as I said, 1:5, shutter speed, sunny 16 rule, and focus and shoot. This was often seen as a gateway into photography. I took a film recently and the results were not bad. Not brilliant, but not bad. Actually better than some compact cameras, I would say. So if you want to go back to 1980s Russia, or feel like using a camera which is a bit different, this one produced by Lomo, the Smena M. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrongly, but this is a camera to look out for, and you might be surprised with how much fun you can actually get from a camera like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.